Hey everyone, down here and welcome back to Comic Studio. And we're probably today, as we're gonna be scrolling down, and we're gonna be able to be hearing you something even surprising and exciting that is going to be scrolling down as we're gonna be continue to further down. And as we remember this, that we got Dave Pilkey Comic Studio, and the characters like Dogman, even Captain Underpants, Super Diaper Baby, like anything as well. So, we're gonna be checking this out on Dave Pilkey Comic Studio, and this is what I just remember when I was back in 2016, and this is going to be for some sort of the most funniest thing that you ever gotten in hand for something like it else, or not funny like this, as probably that I don't expect it to do. So let's gonna be jumping in and seeing for this very first time as we turning on the spoilers on just in case. So we have any for three categories between for Captain Underpants, Dogman, and other kinds of doing this. There's nothing for a round of holder like this thing as well, but this is owned by Dave Pilkey for a round of those three series as well. It was between Captain Underpants, Dogman for the very first comics, drew by George and Harold, and the others were Super Diaper Baby and Not Anything It Goes. They must be absolutely having three series for just for probably one thing that we just gonna be used to be. So starting in Captain Underpants was absolutely there is nothing around for multiple of those for some sort of items and the effects that we got possible to do. But only characters and backgrounds that we have only found out. The characters were this is absolutely Mr. Captain Underpants, Mr. Krupp, the Poopy Pants, and that must be for one thing as well. George and Harold, George Beard, Harold Hutches. So I'm gonna be started with him, and probably this is gonna be all over to do this as well. I remember them for pretty much as well, and there is Mr. Krupp that I just got here over here, and who's this guy? Melvin. Yep, it's probably Melvin that I just never be shown like this one. And not to mention but his father, like this guy over here. Oh, what does this say that I'm not very sure. So, all the chapters have been complete, but we just didn't forget about for the Poopy Pants, or the Mr. Poopy Pants like this. And the next category is not gonna be going for around here. So let's check out for some sort of the background images first. And something is absolutely being chased by somewhere. So I never believe it that is absolutely that I just remembered. And what I just actually gonna be trying to do with this next. In case this is my another account, I'm not sure this is not my account. Because this is absolutely that I didn't sign in from some sort of a double accounts for some sort of a, this one as well. So I use it for another one instead like those things as well. So we got anything for round of some sort of cookie run characters as we loaded around here. And sadly that doesn't appear for this much anymore. And because like anything for about of those things as well. So this is absolutely pretty for some sort of bad news for this thing as well. And I cannot believe it that doesn't going to be for a little bit making any pretty sense around here, which is pretty far as well. Because we definitely added apple cookie, cherry blossom cookie, princess cookie, the cherry bomb cookie, mustard cookie, adventure cookie, cream puff cookie, the abyss monarch cookie, midnight sparkle, rye cookie, for other kinds of cookies like themselves, the Lord Oyster cookies, a Mustang and a Silverado at the barn, the BMW like it's outside like those things, That must be for adventure cookie, for some sort of like this as well. Dinosaur cookie, custard soldiers, elder custard cookie, young dark choco cookie, and finally almond, like this thing as well, the almond cookie that we just got here pretty far. On this thing, we didn't add anything as possible. Then unfortunately, in that I might gonna be getting rid of this as I possibly could. So maybe that does not gonna be going for around here for this thing as well. But I have for something like it's going to be finding out. I wouldn't be able to be restoring this yet. So let's get back into some sort of a one thing as well. To be added for one of their Pokemon characters for themselves as well. The first off is going to be flying all over to do this as well. Instead of like those witch's berries is going to be flying around here. And because yes, I guess Pilot Cookie is absolutely going to be doing for such as one thing as well. And remember, he's gonna be for such as an old man and flying all the way down. And that doesn't going to be making even for something as well. So, but nothing is a little bit a lot of things as well. They dive in, and sometimes they dive in and start attacking for something like as well during the World War II. Even some sort of some kind of pilot persons are just going to be falling all the way down and starting attacking for some sort of thing as well. So looks like the planes are just going to be attacking the city, but I guess not. It's going to be attacking for her pet from Starch Noodle Cookie, and it's not going to be for such as one thing about. So this is going to be for a pet birds is really even possible. Another one, and it's not going to be for a really easy thing as well. So looks like the birds have chased, and I'm not gonna be going for around here for instead of this. Alright, things have just slightly going to be for getting anything as well. And in the kingdom process that I just probably never saw, that aren't witchberry cookie wasn't found here in Cookie Run Oven Break. For sometimes it's not gonna be even longer that I just guess. And what I never imagined that she flies around here as well. So we put in the crowberry cookie from over here. This is not gonna be its mother, but the fact things is not gonna be going for around here. So you might going to be seeing for some sort of a thing as well. But this is absolutely followed by a latte cookie. She doesn't fly for really possible as well. Except witchberry cookie was pretty able to be flying all the way around. But I just guess for around itself. So she's flying all the way of some sort of a city as well. Like the witch is flying around for some sort of a city of wizards. But I never believe it that isn't going to be for making any too much as well. So let's get back into where it was that I just eventually restored. So once we put everything back in order around here from all of the 6 slabs from them anything as well, that especially that we put in it for those images from this thing as in the comic studio, that we store anything as well from the image, as more images from the Total Drama Island and South Park as for this house as well. So next up is Dogman. And one of the characters have just pretty a lot of them that we have for the main character as we got possible. That was pretty amazing around here for something, including for some sort of a real life and a CGI version as well. And then we got the kittens, the evil kittens as well, or probably the what is absolutely being said around here in the description as well. So this is absolutely the first thing that we just absolutely saw for one kind of thing as well, or something like as well. So a little kitten as well was becoming a hero against him as well. And this is the HD robot as well. So probably sure it's absolutely work in progress with that some kind of robot as well. It was called the Hexadroid robot as well from some sort of kitty as well. And then we got Sheriff or some sort of a chief of the police that we got here as possible becoming a superhero. And another one is some sort of a vice thing as well that we come to do so as well with her pet. And this is the Italian actor as well that we have anything as well. For completed name of those characters such as Molly, the worm as well, Flippy the evil fish, Grandpa, the father of some sort of a kitten as well, and Big Jim from whatever is absolutely to do so that he turns going to be slim as well. And finally, the others is Super Diaper Baby. Oh yes, because when you remember about of this thing, I remember about of those things, but I just completely remembered about for the Super Diaper Baby series, as well as really possible to do this as well. When I just see for the first time that I just eventually saw from like anything as well, because this is where I just saw this comics like from him, or I just already saw for this novel by my little brother or my brother as well, even for this thing as well, including for this one as well, because things that's something that I just forget about him as well, and I feel I'm started to remember him about of those things as well. And because that I just completed for the first novel from some sort of a comics studio as well, or the first novel of the book series as well, and because sometimes that is absolutely that all the citizens have just peed outside of the pool as well, and getting into some sort of a big pool as well. It was probably from the Super Diaper Baby 2, and probably that wasn't gonna be going for around as well, even for around here that Mr. Krupp, like itself, is absolutely going to be for trashing them down as well, for some sort of turns into a PP man as even bigger as well for dance as well, or like some sort of a potty dance before peeing into something absolutely as well. And but don't worry, because of the toilets are gone and trying to destroy the city as well, including the Super Diaper Baby as well from this guy as well. His parents peed for one thing as well. His parents peed their giant, I'm not sure things as well. I'm not gonna be remember around here because I don't really know that his parents peed their big diapers on it, and probably that is absolutely he saves his parents, like something like as well from getting is absolutely going for disease about their bodies, like even urines and other kinds of stuff, and for some sort of a human waste also as probably as well that we even know about it. And so that is all the quirks and features about the Dav Pilkey Comic Studio. If you'd like to visit in this comic studio to check it out for one thing, the link is going to be in the description below, including the main website is also included around as well. But I do not forget, we might gonna be added for some other kinds of characters or flying things on this kind of one thing or anything as well, that we're gonna be putting anything around here for sooner as well. So better yet, thanks for watching and for all your support, as I'll be signing off as well, because I'm probably that I might going to be so speechless that they just absolutely try to do like anything as well. So don't worry about of this thing as well. We might able to be added from any kinds of things very soon, or what is absolutely going to be for sometimes as well, that I just going to be doing something like anything it was. So, and that is absolutely the end of this video as well. And because I'm never gonna be speaking for like anything as well, and probably that I guess, and I'm never gonna be going to forget to say ciao.